Hello and welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward, and on this episode, I'll be talking about Joker. This is a standalone movie, but yes, it is about that Joker from the Batman universe, starring Joaquin Phoenix. He plays Arthur Fleck, who's this actually, he's a clown, and he wants to be a stand up comedian. He has some mental issues as he's trying to take care of his mom in Gotham. And as you know from all the tellings of Batman, Gotham is a rough place, and this time around, it's really bad, and life is beating him down. Basically, like every time he tries to do something, there's people attacking him or things happening to him, whether at work or at home, and it's just society disregards him. And every time he thinks he figured things out, society knocks him back down. And then he slowly starts to snap and he slowly starts to become the Joker. Um, I think the acting is what people will talk about the most because Joaquin Phoenix is incredible in this role. He's incredible in this movie throughout. He just his body transformed. He's constantly without a shirt. You see his ribs. You just see the struggle essentially on his character, and he's just the standout in this movie. Robert De Niro's in it, of course. He plays a talk show host, but it's mainly focused on Phoenix and his performance. He really carries this movie. It is a dark, really dark, gritty movie. It doesn't get ultra violent until probably the latter half of the movie, where it gets violent. But it is rated R, and I see why. Because we know the Joker as a person who does a lot of weird stuff, a lot of over the top things, and it takes him a while to build up to that. You see the character growth throughout the movie. From when it first starts with him, just the opening scene of him just painting his face, getting ready for work, and he likes his job. He's a clown. He goes to different locations and does different things for money, and he likes doing that. But you just see the way everything changes him, and it's a good story. It's a solid movie. I would say I like it. I don't love it. There were parts where I felt like it just fumbled, and it was best when it was being a standalone Joker movie or just a movie about a guy who had some rough times and is trying to figure it out. But when it tries to be in the Batman universe with mentions of Thomas Wayne and mentions of Bruce Wayne, I think that's where it fumbles, and it's a little cringeworthy at times watching certain aspects play out in the movie because it makes you question everything else. Like, okay, it's a standalone. Why are they mentioning this? Why are they showing this? Because it's not all gonna fit in the minds of people who know the Batman universe. But when it's not talking about those types of things, it's a good film. Like I said, I don't love it. I enjoyed it. The ending was a bit sloppy. Again, things that was unnecessary, and I don't think they knew how they wanted to end the movie because it is a villain story and it's not a anti-hero or anything like that. It's truly a villain. So it's like, how do you end a villain story? Because you can't end it with him just winning, or just standing triumphant of, from doing bad things. So it was sloppy. Like it looked like it could have ended a few times, but it just kept going. And that threw me. I was sitting there waiting, like, okay, this is the ending, but it would go again, and it's like, okay, they dragging it a little bit. Again, I want to see what people think about this movie. I think it's gonna be mixed reviews, I believe. Um, in terms of a DC standalone, it's it's up there as one of the best movies they have released. I don't know what they're gonna do going forward with this, but it's for DC, it's a step in the right direction of I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's a step in the right direction of having a good movie produced, having a good movie, having a good actor on the screen. They have other movies coming out. I don't know if it's gonna be up to this quality in terms of like the production and the acting, but it's a step in the right direction. Again, Joaquin Phoenix is incredible. Um, in terms of comparing him to other Jokers, he seems more to. He's not Heath Ledger. He's definitely Jack Nicholas because he's more. He's constantly dancing and moving. Um, his laugh, I know a lot of people are going to compare that. His laugh, I didn't think his laugh was great. Um, he laughs a lot in the movie. I didn't think it was a great Joker laugh. Um, Even counting Jared Leto's Joker, which nobody really likes his Joker, but in terms of the laugh, it was all right at times. It constantly changed because he laughed so much. It wasn't always a consistent laugh. Sometimes it was short, and it took him a while to like rev up to the grand laugh. I guess you would call it. But he he's a different type of Joker. He's Heath Ledger was the one who he was Joker for a while, and he knew what he wanted, and he had the master plan. This version of the Joker is very fresh, doesn't really have plans. It's really lucky in a lot of incidents, and you see he's building towards that. He just he snaps and then he starts doing things, but he's not fully there in terms of how bad he can be. But that's my review, my thoughts on the Joker. If you watched it, let me know what you think. And who's your favorite Joker? Leave comments, like, subscribe. Deuces.